I remember like yesterday when we first got married, and I would always make my husband a packaged lunch for work. They used to have lunches at work, but they had to pay for them. Highly subsidized, but we're still paying. And homemade meals was way cheaper. I love to cook, so definitely he was gonna go to work with his meal from me. His boss came to him one time and said, "Do you think this is really going to last? Do you think your wife is going to be cooking for you every day? Just give it a few months to a few years. She's going to stop." That is how women behave. Well, he had been married for so many years. I actually graduated college with his daughter, his firstborn. So definitely he knew what he was talking about. I bet their biggest shock was the fact that I traveled, and way after I was gone, he was still coming to work with food because I had the freezer loaded and he always had something to bring with him. Well, what they didn't know is that that is my love language, not necessarily to him, but to myself and everybody around me. I have been cooking for my parents and my siblings for so many years. Even before I got married, I would cook any day. I would do that over anything else, I should say. And that is just how it has been. And were he to be alive to see us now, hopefully he would have said, well, he was wrong after all. Well, it's going to be another busy day here. We are going to be making all those yumminess, and I hope you stick around with me to help me out. Come along then, and let's do some cooking.
Delicious, delicious, yeah. Delicious, 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 yeah. Delicious. Can you smell the aroma? Yeah. From Kwankyewaa's kitchen, yeah. Delicious, yeah. Delicious, delicious, yeah. Delicious, delicious, yeah. Delicious, da-da. Delicious, yeah. Delicious, da-da-da. Delicious, delicious, da-da. Delicious, yeah. Delicious. Can you smell the aroma? Yeah. From Kwankyewaa's kitchen, yeah. Da-da. Delicious, yeah. Delicious, da-da. Delicious, yeah. Delicious, da-da-da. Delicious, delicious, da-da. Delicious. Dedo, delicious, yeah, yeah, delicious. Dedo, delicious, yeah, yeah, delicious. Dedo, delicious, delicious. Dedo, delicious, yeah, yeah, delicious.
So I was in the African market the other day and I got some yams. I got these cut up ones. They are almost starting to get rotten, so she gives you a good discount when you buy that. I save myself some money and I help her business by doing that. So I'm going to peel them. We are going to have some for dinner and I'm going to freeze the rest. So I'm done peeling all my yams. I'm going to rinse them, take out the ones that I'm going to boil, and the rest that I'm going to freeze, I'm going to add some salt to it. That prevents the yam from oxidizing, so that way it's not going to get dark whilst it stays in the freezer to start the actual freezing process. Now I'm just going to portion out my yams just for my mom, my husband and I, and that way once we just bring one bag out of the freezer, we're just going to pour some hot water over it and just boil it. I have a whole video here. I'm going to try and link it up for you. Maybe that will be more explanatory to you. But yeah, you save yourself a lot of money, even if it's not because the yams are going bad and you get it for cheaper when they are in season, especially when you're back home. You can do that if you have a lot of freezer space.
Mommy,
Hey.
is this just chicken? Mommy, are you sorry for chicken? Close your eyes!
Let's pray.
Alright, close your eyes.
Dear God, please don't make me die and my grandpa too. Please make my mommy find me lots of toys. Make grandma,
Amen.
make my grandma eat a lot of vegetables. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Mom, for sure, let me eat.
Well, it's been a super, super, super long day, but look at us. Just look at us. We did it. I did it. Meals are ready to be dished out. It makes life so, so easy. On the days that I work, my hours are long. I work 12 and a half hours. I leave home by 5:20 a.m. to go to work, waking up at 4:30, and I am not in the mood to try to dish out food or anything when I wake up, even if the food is already prepared. So when I make my meals, I portion them out for myself, for my husband if he has to work outside that day. We just grab our dishes, put them in our lunch bags, and I warm them at work, and it makes life so much easier. Even when I make stuff like banana bread and things like breakfast foods, I just make them portioned out because it makes life so easy. You don't want to be just dishing out food when you are so sleepy and tired. And I find that the food, when it's you dish it out to bring it along, later, they don't look that appealing. It doesn't look that appealing to me, so I like to make it as soon as the food is cooked, when it's hot. And the rest that we will be eating at home, I also go ahead and portion them out like this, so when you bring one out, you most likely not returning that bowl in the fridge. Whatever you warm is going to be used up. So I'm going to be doing the same with everything. And I know somebody would definitely come in the comment section and say, why do you have to cook when you have your mom living with you? My mom has been so helpful. It is scary to me. It is getting scary to me because I know definitely I'm not her only child. She has her own life. She has a business. She's not going to be here with us all year long, every single time. So I'm not going to get used to having all that help. She washes my children, she gets them dressed. I am so thankful, and most of the time she does the cooking when I don't meal prep. So I am so happy I'm getting my groove back on and making my meals prepped. It saves her some time. She's not stressed out trying to figure out for me what we are going to eat when I'm at work. When everything else is done, she might have to cook some very minor things, but then for the most part, I have done my cooking, and when she's not here, that is going to be one less thing I'm going to be stressed about, because I don't know how I'm going to be getting my kids ready up in the morning for school when she's not here, because she pretty much does everything. I come downstairs and make their meals, and she gets them ready, and I send them to school. So there's so much one person can do, and like I said, before I left home, I was the one doing all these, and it's even strange to me that my mom has gone back to being a cook, because back in Ghana, she hardly goes to the kitchen anymore. She'll tell you, I've trained you all. I did mine when it was my time, and now I have all these grown girls. I'm not doing any cooking. And she deserves some rest. She has worked super, super hard all her life, so she does need her rest. Well, look at us. Look at everything portioned out, and I am super exhausted. So thankfully, I had to go to work the next day. I finished this about 11 p.m. I just went ahead and slept. The next day when I came, my husband had cleaned the floors. My mom had put away all the dishes after they dried up. So I am super thankful for the support that I have from my family. I hope this motivates you. I hope you do something like this. If you are a working mom, this for me is the way to go. And if it works for you, go ahead and give it a try. Thanks so much for watching. Kindly give me a thumbs up and share. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.
Smell the aroma, yeah. From Kwankyewaa's kitchen, yeah. Delicious, yeah, yeah. Delicious.